Hola, bienvenidos a Good Spanish. We continue with the One Verb Many Uses series, and in today's video, we learn about uses of verb SER. What is SER? SER is a verb, means it shows an action. Now, what action is shown by verb SER? SER shows the action to be. As the series is one verb many uses, so SER can have the following uses. To be, something or someone. To be from or to be made of, when we talk about origin. Or to belong to, when we talk about ownership, as in owning something, or relationship, where you are related to someone. Now, all these uses of SER can be remembered by using the acronym DOCTOR. What does it mean? We will look at the following examples to understand the same. Let's begin. SER, to be. To be could be a description. So the D in doctor can mean description. For example, the boy is tall. El chico es alto. El chico es alto. You're describing the boy. Another example. The house is big. La casa es grande. La casa es grande. This to be could also be date. So the D in doctor can also represent date. For example, today is 8th of January. Hoy es 8 de enero. Hoy es 8 de enero. This to be can also be a day. For example, tomorrow is Monday. Mañana es lunes. Mañana es lunes. So the D in doctor could be description, date, or day. This to be can also be an occupation. So the O in doctor can represent occupation. For example, he is a doctor. Él es médico. Él es médico. Another example, she is a teacher. Ella es maestra. Ella es maestra. Please remember one thing. In Spanish, we never use an article when we just tell about an occupation using the verb SER. In English, you say he is a doctor, she is a teacher, but in Spanish, you don't do that. So the indefinite article a that we've used in English, we don't use that in Spanish. Él es médico, ella es maestra. There are places where we use indefinite and definite articles when we talk about occupation and the verb SER, but that's something we've discussed in another video. So coming back to the uses of SER. Another use of SER could be when we have to talk about the characteristic of someone. So the C in doctor can mean characteristics. For example, the manager is hardworking. La gerente es trabajadora. La gerente es trabajadora. That's a characteristic of this person. More examples. The boys are friendly. Los chicos son amables. Los chicos son amables. The movie is interesting. La película es interesante. La película es interesante. Now, this to be can also represent time, to be a particular time. So the T in doctor can represent time. For example, it is 6 a.m. Son las 6 de la mañana. Son las 6 de la mañana. Another example, it is 9 p.m. Son las 9 de la noche. Son las 9 de la noche. Now we come to the second use of SER, which is to be from, and when you're talking about origin. So the second O in doctor can represent origin. When we are speaking about nationalities, we use ser and talk about origin. For example, somos australianos. Somos australianos. We are Australians. You can also talk about your origin by mentioning the country and not just the nationality. So, to be from a particular country. For example, we are from Australia. Somos de Australia. Somos de Australia. This origin is not only for people, it can also be for objects. So, for example, the t-shirt is of cotton. We are saying to be made of something. The t-shirt is made of something. What is it made of? It's made of cotton. The t-shirt is of cotton. La camiseta es de algodón. La camiseta es de algodón. Another example. It is a leather jacket. Es una chaqueta de cuero. Es una chaqueta de cuero. The third use of ser is to talk about ownership, to belong to. There's another verb which can be used to talk about ownership. Ser can also be used to do that. So the second O in doctor can also mean ownership. For example, this car is Juan's, or this is Juan's car. Este coche es de Juan. Este coche es de Juan. Now please note that in Spanish there is no apostrophe. So the apostrophe in English is replaced by de, the preposition de. Este coche es de Juan. Juan's car, coche de Juan. Another example. This skirt belongs to her, or this is her skirt. Esta falda es suya. Esta falda es suya. To belong to, ownership. This to belong to can also be used to talk about relationship. For example, they are cousins. Ellos son primos. Ellos son primos. Another example. Juan es Fiona's grandfather. Juan es el abuelo de Fiona. Juan es el abuelo de Fiona. Now, let's go ahead and have a quick repaso or review. So the verb ser can have the following uses. To be, something or someone. To be from or to be made of, when you talk about origin. Or to belong to, when you talk about ownership or relationship. To own something or to be related to someone. And these uses can be remembered by the acronym doctor. What does it mean? The D in doctor can mean description, day or date. The O, occupation. C, characteristics. T, time. O, origin or ownership. And R, relationship. So that's it in this video. Hope that you have understood the uses of verb ser. Please like this video, share it with other Spanish lovers, and show your love and subscribe to the channel. Until then, adios amigos.